I'm with Dave from Gunsite.
Yes, sir. Hey, so what we've done, we've collaborated with Glock to do a Gunsite service pistol. We kind of departed from the 1911 platform for this year to build that service pistol. It's built on a Glock 45, which is pretty much the hottest selling Glock they have. So we set this up with a holosun with a direct mount. There's no plate. Amerigo suppressor height sights. Special API serial number. Minus connector, about 4.5 pounds. We specified a lanyard loop, which is easily removable. So this is the Gunsite Glock service pistol. Also blazed with the bird and word, the Glock logo, marksman barrel, everything with the Gen 5. It's pretty much good to go right out of the box.
All right, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. Glad to have you.
Good morning. I'm Kevin Wilson, Dealer Communications Manager for Davidson's. We are one of the nation's top wholesale distributors of firearms, ammunition, accessories, and optics. And we're really proud and excited to announce today a collaboration that was put together between Gunsite Academy, Glock, Holosun Technologies, and Davidson's that resulted in the Gunsite Glock service pistol. So to get that started, I'm going to turn it over to Ken Campbell from Gunsite Academy.
Thanks, Kevin. Good morning. My name's Ken Campbell, C-A-M-P-B-E-L-L. I'm used to working with a public information officer as my prior life as a county sheriff. So you have to do those things for the news folks, right? I'm the CEO out at Gunsite Academy. Appreciate y'all being here today. This is a real exciting time for Gunsite. And also our partners here, Glock, Holosun, Davidson's. Did I leave anybody out? Okay. This is a real exciting time for us. You know, Jeff Cooper founded Gunsite over 47 years ago. And we were known for exceptional training and also a fighting person's pistol. He was a big believer in a robust, reliable, accurate, and affordable pistol. Well, just as the modern technique that Jeff Cooper began all those years ago, it has evolved, our training has evolved, so has the technology, so has the technology of firearms, the technology of optics, the technology of ammunition. That has also changed over these 47 years. So in our partnership, we're a premier company in the firearms industry, so are they. It only makes sense that we collaborate with this pistol. Now again, I spent 35 years in law enforcement. I would not be shy today to take this pistol and put it in my duty holster and go to work. I look forward to having this pistol in my everyday carry holster, whether I'm at Gunsite or whether I'm exercising my Second Amendment rights. So we're excited about this pistol. I also like to thank our friends at Guns Magazine. This was the first publication of the gun, and I never thought Gunsite would be the centerfold, but the pistol is here as a centerfold of Guns Magazine. So what do we have here? What makes this different, unique, special? This is a Glock Model 45, and our friends at Glock tell us that this is the #1 selling law enforcement pistol with Glock right now. So it's a Model 19 top end and a Model 17 bottom end, sort of like a Commander. We wanted some special things done because we're Gunsite. Pistol-mounted optics. If you think pistol-mounted optics are a thing of the future, frankly, you're wrong. They're today. Pistol-mounted optics are today. 60% or so of the guns that we have in our week-long classes at Gunsite have pistol-mounted optics on them. So not only does it have a Holosun 509T, but it's direct mill to the slide. Now again, in my prior life, one of the things I did was crash reconstruction, which is the physics I should have paid attention to when I was in high school, right? Well, the physics say if you're mounted on a plate, it can be a failure point. That's not saying anything bad about the plate, the optic, or the screws. It's pure physics. If you go out and violate a traffic law, a statute, there may be some penalties there. You can get by with it. But when you violate the laws of physics, there's a penalty. and that's when those screws shear off. By Glock, milling the slide for law enforcement, military, and Gunsite Academy, that's a great step forward. So it's direct mill to the slide. In the event there is a catastrophic failure of the pistol-mounted optic, there's Ameriglow suppressor sights. So you can immediately, in that gunfight, go right to your iron sights and stay in the fight. They also put in what's called an FBI magazine release. It's not a competition magazine release. Again, this is a fighting person's pistol. If you put a competition magazine release in your holster, there's a fair chance you might inadvertently push that magazine release and the magazine will just pop loose. And when you need that pistol the most, you're going to come out of the holster with that proper presentation, you're going to press the trigger, you're going to get one round, and that magazine's going to fall out of the bottom of the gun. So you better be good on that first round. So with a little bit bigger, it's a little more sure for you to hit when you need that speed reload, but it's also rounded a little bit. In our traditions, we like having a lanyard loop on a pistol. In my prior life as a SWAT commander, I've judged a lot of SWAT competitions, and I can't tell you how many times I saw those guys and gals come off that rappel tower, and they'd invert, either on purpose or not. And when they did, you'd see that pistol come clattering down to the deck out of their holster, unless they were affixed to a lanyard. So you have that option. If you don't like it, it pops right out. So we've got a good optic, good sights. It's got a minus connector, so it's got a good trigger. Good sights, good trigger, good backup sights. I don't know what more you want here in a fighting person's gun. So we're very proud to be part of this. It's available through the Gunsite Pro Shop, and it's also available through your Davidson's dealers. So I think that's pretty much what I've got to say to you this morning. I've got to pass it on. Remember, I'm an old elected official. I could wax on eloquently for some time here, but I don't need to. So let me pass it on here to Bob Radecki with Glock.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Bob Radecki. I'm the National Sales Manager for Glock, and I'm very happy that we've got this collaboration going with Gunsite and Davidson's and Holosun to bring you the Gunsite service pistol. Ken did a very thorough job of explaining the gun. The only two features that I would add is we got the bird and the word, as Ken likes to say, so it's engraved with the Gunsite logo on the top of the slide. In addition to that, it has a special serial number range, which includes API, which for those of you that have been around for a while know that API is American Pistol Institute, which is what Gunsite was originally called. As far as the collaboration between Gunsite and Holosun and Davidson's, this has been going on since last spring, actually. We had talked about it between Sherry, Ken, myself, and came up with some features that we would like to see in a modern fighting pistol in the Gunsite tradition. And we came up, actually we had a meeting at the GSSF match that's held at Gunsite in May, and we sat down around the table and came up with the ideas for this pistol, including choosing the optic, talking about the sights, and the other features that Ken mentioned. You know, the minus connector in the pistol is typically not a standard feature for Glock, so it does have an enhanced trigger pull. I've already mentioned the engraving and the special serial numbers, but the mag catch being a little bit different, the standard of having the lanyard loop on the gun. In addition to those features, the G45 comes with some things that box stock G45 comes with. We have a flared mag well, which aids in fast reloads. We also have, the front serrations for doing press checks. So we have a very solid gun as a base, and then we've enhanced it with the features that we've gone over here today. So we look forward to you checking out the gun. The gun's available, it's for viewing at the Glock booth, as well as our other partners that are up here. Everybody's got one of them in their booth. So with that, I will pass it over to Louis Chirino from Holosun, and he will talk to you about the optics. And thank you for your time.
Louis? Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. My name is Louis Chirino. I am the National Sales Manager for Law Enforcement for Holosun, and I also handle all of factory relations. So I guess I got lucky in how we got chosen here. Basically, we were approached last year by Glock and Gunsite, and really excited to be a part of this collaboration. So for those of you that are not familiar with our particular product, what we collaborated here is our HE509T. Basically, this is our top law enforcement pistol optic that we sell currently. Some of the basic features, if you're not familiar with our products, we run a standard 1632 battery. We average of about 50,000 hours of capable battery life. Some of the unique features specifically to this optic, this is a titanium housing as opposed to a standard aluminum housing, so you have a more robust system. This incorporates something that we call MRS, or multi-reticle. So it is a multi-reticle system. It's a 2 MOA dot with a 32 MOA ring, and you have the ability to do different configurations. You can run the dot alone, the ring alone, or you can combine both depending on the application or your preference. Our systems are night vision compatible, and some safety features that we have something called Shake Awake. So unique to us, at least we brought it initially to the to market. We have the auto off and auto on capability. So basically the unit is off and conserving extra battery when you don't need it, but it's always on when you have to have it. And the final thing too is we have our solar fail-safe technology. And that brings two things to the table. Number one, this unit you can manually adjust, or you can let it auto adjust on its own depending on ambient light conditions. It will auto brighten or auto dim. And also in case of the event of a battery failure, this unit does have the ability to run off of ambient light. It doesn't need to be natural or artificial, it can be either or. The unit will be able to run itself basically indefinitely. And as Bob mentioned as well, this particular unit is cut specifically. So this is a clamp-on design, so there is no adapter blade here. This gun is already specifically set up for the 509T Direct. And with that, I'll pass it over to Mike Massimo, who's bringing this collaboration to you guys available.
Thank you all for being here. My name is Mike Massimo. I'm Vice President of Sales with Davidson's. And first want to say that we're honored to be included in this elite group of firearms companies. And Gunsite is the elite training facility in the country. Glock, one of the top tier guns in the industry. And of course, Holosun bringing us a great optic. We were the lucky guys that get to put it together to bring it to you all. For those of you who'd like to see it, we're at booth 73217 for the people here at the show. Dealers can come by and order it, and if you're a consumer and you find this information out, you can order them today from galleryguns.com. And we're very excited to be here and very excited to be part of this elite group. Thank you all. Ken?
Let me just kind of close before we take some questions here. One other thing. Have we heard anything negative about the gun? No, not about the gun. We've heard just a tiny bit where people say, oh, Jeff Cooper would not approve, and so on. Well, again, let me just reiterate, and many of us on staff knew Jeff Cooper, trained under Jeff Cooper, were hired by Jeff Cooper. He wanted a reliable, robust, accurate, and affordable fighting person's gun. You think this is something unique to us, Glock and Gunsite? In 2011, Glock asked Gunsite to teach the 25th anniversary of the Glock pistol classes. And we did 3 250 pistol classes for them that year. So this is not a new partnership with Glock whatsoever. We're now hosting GSSF matches. So we think Jeff would approve. He was on cutting edge. This is cutting edge now. So that's the closest thing to something negative we heard, and if that's the case, we'll take that. This is a good gun. I've shot it. We did some in-service training for our staff using pistol-mounted optics. That's the gun I shot. It ran and ran. Well, I'm sorry, not this one, but the prototype gun. So we're very happy, very pleased to have this collaboration with this great group of folks. So let me close before I take some questions here with the thing I always close with at the end of my live stream videos. When are you coming to Gunsite? So with that, if there's any questions, we're happy to entertain them. Yes, sir?
What's the MSRP on it, and how quickly will it be delivered to consumers?
MSRP, I believe, is $1275.
Correct.
And there are some right now at the Gunsite Pro Shop, and I'm sure they're shipping very quickly to the Davidson's dealers. So they are available and out. Yes, sir?
What model did you say the Mariglow sights are, the backup sights?
I did not say, and I'm not attuned
As
enough.
far as the item number, think it's a GL412, but
Are they fixed, what I mean, they're fixed day-night sights?
they are fixed, serrated front, no tritium, fixed,
Okay,
black rear.
thank you.
And please come up and take a look.
Yeah. What we found is on some people want to put colored dots on the front of a gun with an optic, which is counterproductive. You got dancing dots. So you want a pair of black backup sights for in the rare occasion where the optic might have a catastrophic failure. So.
Other questions? Yes, sir?
Yeah, I just was trying to get a sense of what the nature of the collaboration is. Is it a brand licensing type arrangement, or is it revenue share, or trying to get an idea? And at the academy itself, will Glock get any kind of preferential treatment in terms of, you know, being the pro shop and that type of stuff?
We went partnered with Glock on this because we wanted something that we built to our specifications, and not all folks in the firearms industry are willing to change what they do. Glock was willing to work with us, so as a result of that, we were able to have a gun built to our specifications, and we could sell through our partners with Davidson's and at the Gunsite Pro Shop. We're in the business of training more than selling guns, so we needed a partner that would help us sell these firearms to our clients.
Well, is it do you license the
I'm too old a shooter here. You gotta.
No, sure.
Did you license the Glock? Is that what
The Glock name, yeah.
Our logo is, our licensed logo is approved for them to use on this pistol.
Okay, but it's not, is there a Glock logo, I guess, on the gun itself?
Is there a Glock logo on the gun itself?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
The base gun is a standard G45 MOS 6.
Other questions? Anything else, gents? Again, thank you very much for everybody for being here, taking your time out. It's into the abyss you go now. Thank you.
Pay for it. Okay. Yeah, I saw when he was here and I wanted to wear the EBS carry, but it's not the MRS. So that's kind of, the MRS is
Very, very interesting. Yeah.
That was just a regular.
Thank you guys. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's that new EBS carry.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we got.
I shouldn't know that. It's hard for me to stay behind.
Gotcha. That's okay. The industry's always changing. I understand.
I'll fix the shot.
Gotcha.